In the world of sports, there are players who are great, and then there are players who redefine the game itself.
First in the league in fast break points. Clark connects!
Caitlin Clark belongs to the latter, a force of nature on the basketball court, whose talent has captivated millions and whose journey is filled with both triumph and tension. But behind the highlights reel and the sold-out arenas lies a story of challenges, pressure, and a young woman navigating the weight of greatness. In this video, we'll explore the dark underbelly of Caitlin Clark's career. Caitlin Clark burst onto the college basketball scene in 2020 with the Iowa Hawkeyes, quickly establishing herself as one of the most prolific scorers in NCAA history. Her ability to shoot from anywhere on the court and her exceptional court vision turned her into a household name. Clark's presence was felt far beyond the basketball court. She didn't just play in games, she sold them out. Her impact on the economy of Iowa was undeniable, with her games generating millions in revenue for the state. But as her star rose, so did the pressure. Despite her on-court success, Clark was acutely aware of the growing expectations around her. Being a star player meant more than just scoring points. It meant carrying the weight of a team's hopes and even the expectations of an entire state. With great talent comes great scrutiny. Caitlin's meteoric rise was not without its challenges. The transition from being a top college player to entering the professional arena brought new dynamics, rivalries, and a heavier crown. One of the most talked about rivalries was between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, a fellow basketball star who embraced the role of the antagonist. Their on-court clashes became headline news, symbolizing more than just a game. They became a microcosm of larger cultural conversations. But beyond the rivalries in the media and the spotlight, Clark faced internal conflicts. The pressure to live up to her image, the expectations from her fans, her team, and herself created a constant tension in her life. Clark's journey wasn't just about basketball. It was about navigating fame, the pressure of perfection, and the burden of being the best. Off the court, Clark is a young woman trying to balance the demands of her sport with the reality of her own personal growth. Her journey from a college star to professional athlete was filled with moments where she questioned herself and the world around her. In her own words, Caitlin often felt like she was living a dual life, one where she was just a college student and another where she was the face of women's basketball. Her coaches recognized the immense pressure on her shoulders. They saw her as the heartbeat of the team. When Caitlin was up, so was the team. When she was down, the entire team dynamic shifted. But despite the challenges, Caitlin Clark's influence on the sport of basketball cannot be understated.
Caitlin Clark Invasion officially took over Evanston tonight, and this was actually the first sellout in the history of the women's program here at Northwestern. Of course, the big draw, Caitlin Clark. Fans waited hours just for the chance to see the face of women's college basketball.
She's not only broken records, but she's also shattered perception of women's sports can achieve. Her move to the WNBA marked the beginning of a new chapter.
I want my legacy to be the impact that I can have on young kids and the people in the state of Iowa. And I hope I brought them a lot of joy this season.
One where her influence could potentially narrow the gap between men's and women's sports.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
And as she continues to inspire a new generation of athletes, Caitlin Clark's legacy is still being written. Caitlin Clark's story is not just about basketball. It's about resilience, leadership, and the relentless pursuit of greatness despite the odds.
You know, that's really what it's all about, inspiring the next generation, and I think our team does a tremendous job of that.
As we watch Caitlin Clark's career unfold, we are reminded that the journey to greatness is often filled with trials. But it's those very trials that define true champions. Caitlin Clark is not just redefining the game, she's redefining what it means to be a leader, a competitor, and a trailblazer in the world of sports. Thanks for joining us in this deep dive into the life of Caitlin Clark. Please like and subscribe for more stories like this.